In the sun-soaked town of Manacor, Mallorca, a young boy discovered his passion for tennis on the dusty courts of his family's tennis club. No one knew that this boy named Rafael Nadal, with his fierce determination and unparalleled work ethic, would grow up to become one of the greatest tennis players the world has ever seen. Get ready to learn the story of his life, the highs of his career, and the most frustrating days of his life, and how Rafael dealt with them. Rafael Nadal was born on the 3rd of June 1986 in Manacor, Spain, and showed aptitude for tennis from an early age. Since childhood, Nadal has been coached by his uncle, his father's brother, Tony Nadal. Rafael himself said that Tony instilled in him a love of tennis at the age of 3. Rafael also had prospects of becoming a footballer. When Nadal was 12, he won Spanish and European titles in his age group and played tennis and football all his spare time. Rafael's father told his son to make a choice, tennis or football. Nadal said, "I chose tennis. I had to stop playing football immediately." His ascent to the top of tennis was meteoric. His unique style of play, characterized by relentless intensity and unmatched physicality, revolutionized the game.
He's got it with his trademark.
At the age of 8, Nadal won the regional championship in which under-12 tennis players played. When Rafael was 14, the Spanish Tennis Federation offered him the chance to leave Mallorca and move to Barcelona to continue his tennis development. Rafael's family declined the offer. Tony Nadal said, "I don't believe that if you go to America or anywhere else, you will be a good athlete. You can become one without leaving your hometown." The decision to stay in Manacor meant that his father, not the Tennis Federation, would cover his training costs. At the age of 15 years and 10 months, he was 762nd in the ATP rankings and became only the 10th new era tennis player to win an ATP tournament match before his 16th birthday. Just 1 year later, on the 21st of April 2003, Nadal broke into the top 100 of world tennis after reaching the 3rd round of the Monte Carlo Masters after defeating Roland Garros winner and 7th-ranked Albert Costa. Nadal was named Best Rookie of 2003. As a result of his achievements, he reached number 2 in the world rankings for the first time since Boris Becker before the age of 20. On the 4th of April 2005, Nadal was ranked among the 20 strongest tennis players on the planet for the first time. At the tournament in Valencia, he lost in the quarterfinals to future winner Igor Andreev of Russia. However, this was his last defeat on dirt courts until May 2007. His 81-match unbeaten winning streak on the court is a record in tennis history. In 2005, he celebrated his first Grand Slam victory at Roland Garros. The Spaniard repeated Mats Wielander's 1982 achievement when he won the French Open in his debut year. Rafa also became the first tennis player to win a Grand Slam tournament before reaching the age of 20 since Pete Sampras in 1990. Only Michael Chang won Roland Garros at such a young age before him in 1989. The year 2008 was a key year in Nadal's career and a turning point in the fight for leadership in world tennis. The Spaniard won Roland Garros for the 4th time in a row, beating Federer in the final. He followed that up with an almost immediate victory at Queen's Club, becoming the first Spaniard since 1972 to win a grass tournament. Nadal's next triumph was in the Wimbledon final when he prevented Federer from setting the record for wins in London, becoming involved in one of the most intense and entertaining tennis matches of the modern era. The Spanish tennis player crowned his ascent to the World Olympus with a victory in one of the most prestigious tournaments in world sport, the Olympic Games, winning a gold medal in Beijing. Now I want to enjoy the victory because this year has really already been incredible. I couldn't even imagine it in my dreams, but it really happened, Nadal admitted after his victory in Beijing. Roger Federer said, "Rafa has done a lot to achieve this. This is what I was waiting for and hoping for, being the world number 1. I wanted the tennis player who could take me off the top of the rankings to be truly worthy of it." And we are talking about the athlete's injuries. One of Nadal's weakest points is his left foot and ankle. Rafa feels discomfort all the time, and at the moment of aggravation, he has more than once considered ending his career. For the first time, such thoughts arose in 2005. Then Spanish doctors diagnosed him with Keller's disease. In fact, it is a congenital defect, a growth disorder in the area of the navicular bone. The bone tissue gradually deteriorates, then regenerates, and so on, in a circle. When the first shock after the diagnosis passed and Nadal decided that he would definitely continue his career, a conservative treatment was developed for him. analgesics plus hyaluronic acid injections. He also receives special orthopedic insoles. Rafa's longtime sponsor Nike is making him wider trainers with a high instep. Nadal's injuries are not just a genetic predisposition or a consequence of high loads in childhood. It's also the price he pays for his trademark aggressive style, which requires high energy expenditure. The most important element is the forehand. The Spaniard sends his opponents a super curved ball, spinning it at unimaginable speeds. Such a ball flies at a very sharp angle, and the opponent finds himself in a very uncomfortable position. When Nadal is in good form, he can run under his forehand and execute it instead of his backhand. This makes life even more difficult for the receiving player. To summarize the story of Nadal, I would like to say that this is indeed a great and strong-willed man. He has won many titles and is rightly considered one of the best rackets in the world. Nadal is also a successful businessman. He is the 33rd highest paid athlete on the planet and the second highest paid Spanish athlete. In 2016, Nadal earned 4.7 million euros in bonuses, but including off-court earnings, his total income for 2017 was 27 million euros. His fortune is currently around 300 million euros and is managed by his girlfriend, Hiska Perella, and his parents. He owns several hotels and real estate agencies, the Rafa Nadal Foundation, and his own brand of tennis merchandise. Nadal has contracts with companies such as Nike, Telefonica, KIA, Nestlé, Mapfre, Banco Sabadell, and Tommy Hilfiger. Another of Rafa's businesses is 2 luxury hotel complexes on the Mexican Caribbean island of Cozumel. Nadal is co-owner of the Tatel chain of restaurants in Madrid, Miami, and Ibiza, where he also has his own restaurant, Zella, with Mediterranean and Asian cuisine. He also owns an academy, the Rafa Nadal Academy, whose president is the tennis player's mother, Ana Maria Pereira. Rafael Nadal also founded a charitable foundation in his name, the Rafa Nadal Foundation, in his hometown of Manacor, Mallorca. My affairs are in good order, so I want to do something to help the community and people, the tennis player said. The foundation will help children and teenagers and will be involved in social work, as well as developing and promoting charitable projects. Congratulations, you have just seen the story of the world's greatest tennis player. Tell me, who would like to have the same opportunities in tennis? Answer this question in the comments and see you new stars on this channel.